Hello, and welcome to another episode of Talk to Derek, the show that builds trust with video. I'm your host, Derek Kovacevic, and today I have with me Ari Freed from Freeds of Windsor. How are you today, Freed? Or Mr. Ari Freed?
Hey, Derek. Derek, I'm doing great.
Great. All right. Well, I'm going to take these off, and we're going to get started. So, Ari, can you tell me a little bit about the Freed story? Tell me how Freed sort of came to be.
Well, it's a big story, Derek. There's a lot of history, 3 generations. Actually, if you look behind me, there's a picture of my grandfather who started the store in 1929.
Wow.
He immigrated from Russia, and he came here like a lot of immigrants with, not too much of anything. And he started working for another businessman in Windsor. And shortly thereafter, in a very small store, he took over the store, which he called Sam's, his last name. And he ran the store by himself until my father decided after university to come into business with him in the late 1950s. And in 1971, after several expansions, we changed the name of the store to Freed's. And so many expansions later, we're now one of Canada's largest independent men's stores. And I guess there's a lot of things I missed in those 85 years, but that's the quick of it. I could tell you lots more.
Okay, sounds great. And tell me, over the years, what have been some of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome?
Well, I think when you run any business, there's always going to be challenges.
Definitely.
And looking back over the years myself, I think for us, in my career anyways, I came into the business in 1985. And since 1929 to 1985 and beyond, we had some pretty steady growth, which you'd like to see in any business. And that continued through the 1990s. Things started to level off a little bit in the mid-1990s. However, we caught on to something that brought us to another tier in my time, and that's when the exchange rate hit actually $1.60. And we were one of the few retailers or businesses that went after the American market, and we had tremendous success from that. After that time, after 9/11, 2001, that's when the challenges began. And so after the Americans stopped coming, the employment in Windsor has been a little bit more challenging over the last 10 years or so as well. So I'd say the challenging times have been over the last 10 or so years, and we are making great strides, and we have many strategies in place right now to continue to grow our business.
Awesome, awesome. So let's talk about some good stuff here. What have been some of the highlights for you, Ari?
Some of the highlights are definitely coming into a family business for myself and being able to feed off of the information that's been passed on from my grandfather to my father and then on to myself. That's definitely a highlight, all that I've learned. There's just, it's very difficult to run an independent business. And I have been given a lot of tools through Freeds to succeed, and that's one highlight. Another highlight is definitely all the people that I've met through all the years. I've met a lot of famous people, which is always exciting. That's a highlight. So I could give you a list of names of people. Some of my boyhood heroes actually have been in the store. So I will mention those two people by the names of Gordie Howe, who was my favorite hockey player.
Mr. Hockey.
And my favorite baseball player was Willie Horton.
Oh, yeah.
And we were lucky enough to be able to suit up Willie Horton when they put the statue of him up in Comerica Park.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was on the board with the Humane Society and was able to do a promotion with Gordie Howe and have him come into the store as well. A couple other quick celebrity types I will mention. We are very good friends with Scotty Bowman, and we have also suited up many of the Detroit Piston coaches, Larry Brown and Rick Carlisle, to name just a few there.
Looks like the lights went out.
The lights went out in the room because they're on a
Oh,
timer,
there we go.
and then they came back on. Sorry about that.
No problem. When Gordy was around, you gotta watch out for the elbows, right?
Yeah,
Was he keeping him down? Was he being good?
he was a force, and so was Bob. Makes me think of Bob Probert, who was another tough Detroit Red Wing who we were lucky enough to meet and become friends with as well.
Perfect, perfect. So there are a lot of options for getting some clothing in Windsor. Why do you think customers continue to shop at Freed's? What's kind of something unique you offer about the experience? What do you think, Ari?
Well, we have specialized in suits since the time of my grandfather, and you don't want to brag or boast about your own business, but I truly believe on a world scale that Freed's has under one roof potentially the largest selection of suits and sport coats under one roof anywhere in North America or perhaps the world. When you carry 5 to 10,000 suits and sport coats, many of them at 2-for-1 prices, I would find, I invite people when they come in the store to go look elsewhere and see if they can find a better value on suits. One thing that we're doing right now, which I will bring attention to, is our suit package, which we do for proms, graduations, and for wedding parties, or just for a person starting out who wants a suit. I don't know if you know this, Derek, but we do the suit package where you get a suit, shirt, tie, belt, sock, and even a pair of shoes, all for as low as $199.
Whoa.
And you come out looking beautiful. The people who buy them are very happy, and we're happy to take care of them. And that's the story.
That is a great deal. If you got a couple $100, head down to Freed's. So you said you got all thousands of suits that you carry.
Right.
How many suits does Ari own?
I do. I do have a closet full. That is one of the perks. Maybe that's one of the highlights. I was told at a young age that I like to wear a tie. I don't know if that was my dad's influence because even when I'm going out with him now, he's always immaculately dressed, and he wants those people around him to look good as well. And I think that's one thing that we need to keep people focused on, is that it's always good to dress well, and I think it'll make an impression, whether it be for an interview, whether it be just when you're out with friends and family. It's a great look, and we here at Freed's consider ourselves fashion experts, and we're happy to look after you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So what does Ari do in his free time?
A couple things come to mind. One, I like to golf. The other G is I like to play a little bit of guitar. I got two great boys, Evan and Derek. I love hanging out with them, and my lovely wife Pam. So I enjoy spending time with my family. It's not that easy in the retail business sometimes because we're open 7 days a week.
Right.
I do take off 1 or 2 days a week, though, to get out and do like to try and keep fit as well. I do what's called spinning, where you get on a bike and spin to music in with a group of people, and I enjoy. So I do enjoy golf, guitar, family, and I enjoy the whole thing about well-being in terms of trying to keep in shape and
Sure.
be careful of how you live your life in terms of what you eat, and you are what you eat type of thing. So I do try and live by those guidelines as well.
Okay, so what's next for Ari? I wonder if you've got any big items that you're hoping to cross off your bucket list maybe in the next few years?
Are you talking personally or business-wise?
Maybe a couple from both.
Okay. Personally, I do love to travel. I am going to be getting out to California actually next week.
Nice.
I did go out to Europe. I've been to Europe a few times, but I would like to personally get to a couple different places. I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to get to Australia and New Zealand, and maybe up to Alaska. So travel is something definitely on the bucket list on the personal side. On the business side, what we're doing right now is that we're able to talk to each other on Skype. The digital world is something that we're trying to integrate into Freeds in a big way. So if you look at Freeds now, with the challenges that we've had, we feel that we need to grow our business in different ways. So we're going to use social media. We're going to use Freeds.com, our e-commerce platform, to put things you should see within the next year. That suit package I talked about up on our website. There's already a lot of things up on our website as well. So my big business goal is to continue to do the things that we do in our brick and mortar store on Ottawa Street, but also to grow our business through the world of e-commerce.
Perfect. Great. So you're going to embrace all the new technologies and all social media. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ari, it's been a pleasure. That's our time for today. So one last time, I just want to thank Ari Freed from Freeds of Windsor. And if you need a suit, that's the man to see.
I appreciate it. Yeah, come on into Freeds. And Derek, you have yourself a great day. And need anything else at any time, or any of the listeners or viewers, I should say, come check us out at Freeds. We're here for you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye.